Hello, Cancers. Welcome to Knowing Woman Tarot. I am Kendra B, and today I am here to do your intuitive tarot reading for the month of December 2021. Cancer, it's so good to see y'all. I feel like I haven't done a reading for y'all in like forever, okay? So I'm just happy to be here, and I did a little pre-shuffle, and immediately these cards are coming out, and it's feeling very peaceful. It's feeling very lucky. It's feeling very spiritually guided, shall I say. Okay, so I got a pre-shuffle out. I do want to go over these three little cards I got because these three cards are powerful to me. All right, Cancer. The first one you have out is Sloth. It says, consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. We talking about being grateful for your family, the fact that you got a roof over your head, the job you work in, the relationship you're in. It's really about gratitude. I feel like, Cancers, you guys have been in, I got the words awe-stricken by how grateful and blessed you are in this moment. Right after we got the Sloth, we got John Horse, aka the Emperor, who's been showing up in a lot of my readings I've been doing in the last few days. And he is all about, I call it spiritual intervention, number one, the higher self, Aries energy, a deep spiritual knowing and trusting, okay? And the thing about John Horse is it the Emperor or is it the Hierophant? Hold on. Let me just look at this real quick. Because I feel like I might have said it was the Hierophant the other day. Let me just look. Hold on. Because it is a number 4. No, it's the Emperor. Okay, so with this card, it really leads me to believe that you have been, first of all, in some solitude, which ain't never too bad. I feel like your circle has gotten really small, Cancer. And you've had a lot of time to sit quietly, whether you are actively meditating or if you are just simplifying your life and making your entire life a meditation. There is a reward in this solitude and quiet time that you have given yourself, Cancer. I feel like the streets ain't really seen as much as you as they used to have seen, okay? And unbeknownst to you, it's actually affected your pockets in a positive way. Like, I feel like in the past you felt like you really had to be out up in these streets in order for you to get your coin, okay? But what I'm hearing is not only are you getting your coin, but you're getting your peace, and you are making your funds on your own terms, Cancer. And that is an absolutely beautiful thing. There's luck in the air for you. If you want to play some numbers, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Take the chance. I just feel like it's very lucky. Like, I feel like, it kind of reminds me of like a hyperbaric chamber. Okay, stick with me. They put you in a hyperbaric chamber and they basically lower your body temperature so low that it's almost like you're dead, but you're not. It's like everything is functioning at such a low frequency that it's actually giving you time to kind of rebuild and reamp yourself. And it's almost like being in an egg. I'm getting this scene of just in an incubator or an egg and just being rebuilt and refortified and everything. There's a very attractive energy around you right now. Like, with you, okay, this is what it is. It's coming to me. Just give me a minute, okay? It's coming. This is what it is. It's almost like you've retracted your energy and you called your energy back to yourself. So now you don't have so many tabs open out into the world, right? So now these good things and these energies and the desires of your heart can naturally just kind of flow in, because your energy isn't so like pushing everything out. It's becoming more of a, an energy of attraction in your life. Let's move on. Let's get some more cards up on this board. Give me one more. Ooh, we got the railroad bill. That's the Chariot. This is some forward movement happening. And isn't it funny that we got forward movement happening when you feel like you're standing still and when you feel like you've been going so slow? I feel like you've been getting knocks at the door. I feel like you've been getting phone calls. You've been getting hit up to do things and for people calling on your services, and you really ain't even putting out a lot of effort. Like, it's almost like just returning to your truest form as a motherfucking seed. Okay? You know how the trees die off in the fall and everything just kind of gives way, but it's a rejuvenating energy. So when they come back in the spring, it's even more green and even more blooms, even more buds and blooms on that tree. So for some of you, you can actually see a windfall of money coming in, and you could be using this windfall of money to get the hell out of Dodge and move to your dream location too. For some of you, I also hear that you're learning to use your wits more. Not so many preordained rules and regulations like what they taught you in school and what your mama and them and your daddy and them say do. It's really like flying by the seat of your pants, but in a good way. Like, you know what? I'm just going to step out on faith. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And the good Lord just order your steps. And before you know it, abundance. You've arrived. It feels very confident. It feels very low key. It feels like a small circle of people that you can trust, which I love that for you, Cancer. That makes me very happy for you. What's crowning you? Ooh, she got a mind on her money and a money on her mind. Okay. That is the mother of coins, honey. She attracting everything she need in her sleep. This is a person who knows when it's time to rest and knows when it's time to make some moves. This is a person who loves animals and children and earth and nature. It's a very balanced person. Work and home life balance. I feel like this is what you've been being led to. This has been a very deep desire of your heart that you have been working up until this point. So everything happening in December is going to support this energy. All right, let's see what's crossing our Cancer collective. Oh, Father of Sticks, we got some boundaries. Okay. I feel like you may have some trust issues, Cancer. I feel like you may have some suspicions. Like maybe it's all too good to be true. You may be blocking out some people who are genuinely trying to help you. Let's get a clarifier. Father of Coins. So when I think of the Father of Coins, I think of an older man, a man who knows something about business, a man who it's giving like a business mentor kind of vibe. So the thing is, if there's some people around you that you don't trust, okay, go ahead and cut that off. I know that's what you're gonna do. But you may need to heed the advice of an older masculine voice. You may need to heed that advice. Let me just read on this Father of Coins real quick. The Father of Coins is the personification of a wealthy, successful businessman. On the positive side, he is an efficient leader, responsible, disciplined, reliable, enterprising, lucky, and focused on abundance. On the negative side, he is classist, And a show off, a braggart, makes bad investments, has gambling problems, will resort to questionable or illegal activity to make it, or is susceptible to get rich schemes. While I was reading that, I got this idea that you may have an issue with success itself. You may feel like more money, more problems. You may feel like, oh, I don't want to get too wealthy. I don't want to get too abundant, because that's when people get corrupt. That's when they try to take from you. That's when they try to steal from you. Now I got to watch my back. Hmm. But boundaries is the answer. Also, this emperor energy, I liken it to your ancestors and your spirit guides. Kind of like your intuition, a deep knowing. So these two cards together can answer those fears for you. Number one, set firm boundaries. Know what you're going into all of this for. Okay. So if you're telling me you're starting a business, you want to, I don't know, open up some barbershops, right? Then if that's what you want to do, you have to decide what you want to add to the community, what you want to add to the people who are going to be working with you, and you want to stick to that. Like, you got to really get a code of ethics going that you can always refer back to and never get lost on. And you have to understand that everybody that you bring into this organization has to have those very same standards, right? It's like any organization that you go to, the first thing you're going to do when you take on that job is going to go into orientation. That's when they're going to let you know, hey, these are our standards, this is what we believe, this is what we need you to do, yada yada yada, sign here, and now you're ready to work. Subconsciously, where's this coming from? Subconsciously, that tower keeps looking at me. That tower keeps looking at me. Did you have a fallout lately? I feel like you had a fallout lately. I feel like you take it very, very seriously when people have something to say about you, especially your morals and your, what do you call it? Your, God damn it, what's the word? The reason why you do things. What do you call that? Because there's a reason why. Your motives. You don't like your motives being questioned. You don't like people questioning your ethics and things of that nature. And that'll really bring out the bad side of you quick. When you feel like somebody is talking shit about your ethics, your family, the things that really mean something to you, that'll bring out the beast. What that is. All right, we got the Six of Knives. Okay. That was the old you. That was the old you. The Six of Knives to me is basically going where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Okay. That was the old you. And I feel like it's still a little bit of a battle, but you're learning the art of walking away, the art of saying no and retreating back into the solace of your home and your safe place. Right? Because everything out here in these streets ain't gonna be for you. Everybody that walk up on you with a bag of money ain't gonna be the business partner for you. And I feel like you're learning that, Cancer. Let's see what's happening in the recent past. Ooh, child, the Two of Knives. There she go. She's a little scary thing. Look at her eyes all carved out. Let's read on her. I feel like you've been privy to some information, like you overheard something being said that people didn't think you were going to find out about. Number one, that's the first thing I'm getting. It could even be intuitively. You just know that some people that's been around you ain't really got your best interest at heart. That might have been the catalyst for you slowing everything down. All right, the Two of Knives, a truce, making a firm decision, renewed action, lies being exposed, saying what you mean and meaning what you say, being in touch with how you really feel. Mm-hmm. Facing the consequences of past choices, patiently waiting to see if things work out, anxieties, subsisting the time to move on. And the crossroads. I'm going to read a little bit about the image because this image is very striking, right? Root workers refer to some people being four-eyed, which was a reference to the ability to perceive both the physical and the spiritual realms. Here, a four-eyed woman nervously bites her lips because her spiritual eyes have been gouged out. So you made a mistake, Cancer. You made a mistake in the past and you said, I ain't ever gonna do that shit again. That shit hurt. It hurts when you put your trust in people and they stab you in the back. But I feel like for you in the month of December, you're going to have to learn again. Let's go back to the Six of Knives. You don't always have to retaliate. You don't have to get the apology. You don't have to get revenge. All of these things are only going to entangle you more in the situation. So what you have right now is a blessing. You have knowledge. You have learned a very expensive lesson. Because I feel like you may have lost some money behind this. But that loss, you didn't lose everything, because that sloth is looking at me like, oh, Lord, I got my life. I got my babies. I got a roof over my head. Like, you didn't lose everything. It's like you still had a little something to start over with and move forward with. So that's a blessing. Let's talk about the near future. Let's talk about the near future. Oh, there she goes. Seven of Knives. So this, let me just describe the image first. This is, first of all, sevens are very spiritual, right? Knives are about communication, air sign energy. Um, and let's just look at this for a second, because you got this sweet, wholesome looking girl over the stove cooking, but look at all the knives behind her. I feel like you want to move forward, but there's still a little bit of anxiety, anger, fear, heartbreak. But you know you're a good person. Like, you don't have to get revenge, Cancer. Like, them people gonna get what they deserve. That relationship you left, that business partnership, whoever did you dirty and caused this loss for you, we gonna let spirit handle them. Okay? Because I don't want you to get caught up in trying to control somebody else's karma and their judgment. That's not your job. Your job is just to keep cooking in that kitchen, baby. Keep cooking up what you've been doing. Keep focused on your goals. Let's get a clarifier. Let's get a clarifier for the Seven of Knives. Clarifier for the Seven of Knives. Clarifier for the Seven of Knives. What we got for the Seven of Knives? Near future. Oh, Mind the business that minds you. We got the garden. Let me just read on that real quickly. What's the number on that? Oh, 21. 21. There she is. All right. All right, a woman is happily watering her garden. Prior to the Industrial Revolution, most Americans were farmers by trade. It was hard work, but people took great pride in knowing that the produce that fed and cured their families was grown by their own hands. For people with resources, gardening eventually became a relaxing leisure activity that allowed them to connect with nature. When the garden appears in your reading, it's letting you know that you're successful, that you've successfully taken care of business, and it's time to reap all the goodness that you've sown. Count your blessings. I think that's what I'm going to call this reading. Count your blessings. Because they are there to be count. Like, if you just want to sit up here and focus on these people and their negativity and the hurt and the pain that they caused you, you're going to miss your blessing. Because spirit is trying to move you forward. It's like, okay, I'm okay, let me just say this. Spirit orchestrated that shit. Like, that shit had to happen. And it's like, now they ready to go on and go, and you just like, I can't believe they did that to me. And they're like, okay, yeah, we got rid of them fuck niggas. Come on, let's go. You know? One monkey don't stop no show. Attitude. There she go. Daughter of 6. Let's get it up and go. Let's do it. Yee-haw, yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And the 10 of baskets. That's the happy family. That's being taken back in. That's a reunion. So you are ready to return to your prior glory. You may not be ready to get up out that chair just yet, but you bouncing it and pondering around in your mind. That's where it starts first, right? Yeah, I feel like you miss feeling safe and connected and being in a group. You miss being in a group. And I feel like you were the leader of this group too. All right, fear, hopes, and fears. There's that daughter of baskets again. There she is. So I feel like you have some trepidation about returning to a trusting and gentle place. It's like you want to move forward and you want to get back to business, but you're finding it hard to trust. You're finding it hard to just relax and, you know, have fun, and just you looking over your shoulders and you, oh, is it going to happen again? External factors. External factors for my cancers. What do we got for external factors? Ooh, Father Sims. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at that. First thing is, again, somebody working on your behalf, honey bunches. Things being orchestrated while you sleep in your little comfortable bed. All right, Father Sims. I think he is the Hierophant in traditional. Tarot. One number? XIV. XIV. No, he's Temperance. Yes. That is the patiently waiting while spirit do they work, honey. And I feel like that's what you're doing. You know, I'm proud of you, Cancer, because this is a healthy way to deal with these things. It's like, you know, you're not ready. You know, you still got this anger and resentment, but at the same time, while you got that anger and resentment, you know who you really are. You know what you're capable of, and you know that one day you will return to it. Okay, so let's read. We're not going to read this whole thing because it is very long. If you receive Father Sims, I thought someone was crawling on me. If you receive Father Sims in a reading, consider the following. What would be gained by compromising? Is it worth more than the perceived loss? Are you being fair? Sometimes less is more. Extremists never think they're extreme. Peace is priceless. Focus on healing and recovery. That's what you're doing. An alliance is not such a bad idea. Somebody want to get with you, but you're scared. Perhaps add something else to the mix. Other races, religions, and ethnic groups exist. Maybe it's time to learn more about other people. Getting out of your comfort zone. I feel like you're gonna be pushed outside of your comfort zone. So if you got a barbershop, you gonna have some white folks in that barbershop. You got some Indian folks in that barbershop. It's about thinking outside of the box. Let us continue. Let me get an outcome for Cancer. Outcome for Cancer. Outcome for Cancer. 2 of Sticks. Look at that. Baby, you gonna get back on your feet. It might be a wobbly walk, but you gonna get back on your feet. I love the 2 of Sticks for that reason. It's like, you know what? I got 2 coins and I'm gonna rub them hoes together and I'm gonna make it do what it do. And not only that, it's about really standing on your own 2 feet, because I feel like you're so used to leading everything. But this group that you were leading, this group that you were a part of, this business, whatever it was, you were the leader, but it's almost like they were dead weight. So the 2 of Sticks is really about understanding your own personal power and using that and internalizing that to lift your own self up, and not feeling like it's always got to be 5, 6, 7, 8 people with you. All right. Let's get some advice. We're going to get some advice from the Liminal Spirits deck. Can I have some advice for Cancer? Let's send our Cancers off with some beautiful advice. What do you have to say to the beautiful Cancer collective spirit? Spirit, let's get a card for Cancer. Make it a good one. Let's get a card for Cancer. What do we got for Cancer? Cancer collective, you want some advice? Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice for the Cancer. You want me to just pull it? The Forest. All right. The first thing, let me just say intuitively, it just reminds me of things happening, like a whole universe within an ecosystem, just kind of flourishing and doing what it needs to do. Everybody doing their own thing and working together. Everybody know exactly what they're supposed to be doing. They doing it and things are working. Okay, that's the first thing I get. But let's read the book. Let's see what Laura Tempest Zarkov, the author, had to say about the forest. Many people mistake forest as being a quiet place, but from its fertile floor to the highest branches, the forest is a community constantly in motion. The multitude of beings feed into a greater collective consciousness. Entering the forest requires being respectful of the world you enter, while keeping your wits about you, lest you be led astray and quickly lose your way. Things may seem ordinary, but there are mystical forces afoot. Don't dismiss or try to explain things away just because you don't fully understand them. There will be a revelation soon. Light in the forest is often strange, blurring the lines between day and night. Is it dusk or is it dawn? Your internal clock may be confused, but if you pay close attention to the denizens of the forest, you'll be clued in. Remember that you are part of a community. It is not a sign of weakness to ask for help, but rather a sign of strength. Amen. Cancer, that is your reading for this beautiful month of December, and I thank you for sticking with me. I thank you for receiving these messages, and I thank Spirit for imparting these messages through me. And I just want to say I love you, Jesus loves you, and I hope you have an amazing December. Okay? Bye.